commitment. You have to make sure you engage. So we talk about one common factor that guarantees sustainable change, and that is personal transformation. So it's the psychology of real change. Okay, we have to continue from where we stop. The psychology of real change. So that real long-lasting change you want to experience in your life, in any part of your life, finances, okay, emotional, spiritually, spiritual part of your life. And today is part 5, that is the topic. Today is 29 of 25. Okay. So we have a subtopic here, which simply says that personal transformation. Personal, okay? Perfect. So about outlines for entrepreneurs. We have about 6 outlines here. The first one is context for the concept. Number 2, what needs to change. Number 3, we are looking at the season of breaking. Number 4, we're looking at why not us see the 100-fold result. And number 5, so come to the last. Okay, I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4. The parable of the sower. That is number 3. Okay, sorry, I missed one. Okay, number 4, the season of breaking. And the last one, the psychology of real change. Okay, so I will have to do a little bit of revision because we've done so much already. And I started the class by telling us concept for the concept that most people want to change in their financial life, in their emotional life. They want the government to change, circumstances to change, but they don't want to change themselves. So most people desire a better health, better outcome, improved circumstances, new opportunities, but they resist one thing that guarantees that change, and that thing is personal transformation. So some even pray to God fast for their circumstance to change, and they want sincerely, they want their husband to do better, they want their wife to do better, they want their business to have better sales. They want a sustainable, they want to finish that, whatever they're involved in, but they don't want to get involved in the process. I just want things to change. I just wish things change, but they don't want to participate. So only people realize that the real sustainable change is to become the ultimate better version of yourself, the stronger version of yourself, because our circumstances simply reflect our psychology. Because thought are things, thought is energy. The world we live is full of energy. The energy you send out is what you will get. Positive energy, you get positive. Negative, you get negative. Your world never exceed your personal improvement, personal transformation, personal change. If the universe gives you more than you can handle, you eventually lose it because of who you are. So if you want things to change, you must change. You must accept new information. Don't just work on things to change, work more on yourself, because you are going to truly reflect your thoughts in circumstances and situations you find yourself. Happiness is not something somebody give you. Joy is not something, so it's something you give yourself, because that is what you give to the world. You can never give what you don't have. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're a hot person, you give hot. A good person, you give good. Kindness, you give kindness. Love, you give love. So whatever you have on the inside, take care of yourself for the world. Until you have improved, circumstances will never improve, because we are all self-fulfilling prophecy. We attract what predominantly occupy our mind. Once the size of you becomes increases, your circumstances will change alongside with it. So what needs to change? We discussed few things that needs to change. The first thing that we said we need to change is our mindset, mindset. Second thing that needs to change is our skill set, skill set. Third thing that needs to change is our tool set, tool set. The number four thing that needs to change is our self-identity, identity. And then you have to stop identifying yourself like poor, broke. You have to start identifying yourself as a happy person. And number five that needs to change is your attitude, attitude. So we discussed so much, and then we also went like to say, until you change, nothing around you will truly change. So we discussed so much to the point that we started saying that another definition of madness, insanity, is doing the same thing the same way and expect a different result. It will not be sustainable. So you have to develop and cultivate a positive mental attitude about yourself, to seize opportunities in every crisis, to believe that all things are working together for your own good, to have a positive outlook, to be hopeful, expectant, energetic, all a lot. And if you don't, and you have a negative attitude, you're going to suffer from victim mentality, you will suffer from entitlement syndrome, you will suffer from feeling that the world is against you, people are against you, a lot, and you're going to attract the circumstances you don't want to yourself. If someone's circumstances is to be blamed for your present condition, my brother, the truth of the matter is that nothing we cannot do anything about it. If you keep telling the world that I am where I am today because of my father, because of my mother, because of government, because of policies, because of A, because of Z, because of this, you are trying to tell us that the power within you to change that situation, you have given it out to those circumstances. So the day you realize that you have to take 100% responsibility for the change you truly desire, that's the day you actually going to experience real change, because those that move from zero to hero, that bounce back from setback, they always believe that it is up to be, it's up to them. We believe in taking the right decisions and choices for our lives. We believe that our circumstances, will actually be improved. We believe that we need new information in the right sequential arrangement of events that will happen in our life for us to keep on keeping on until our circumstances and quality of life is improved. Our mindset needs to change if we will have to let go, if we have to experience the abundance that God has promised us. So we discuss so much and say you can never enjoy four levels of success: life, lifestyle, leadership, and legacy, if you don't take personal responsibility to improve your life and become the ultimate version of yourself. So we say that you don't get what you want in life, you get who you are. That means no matter how far you pray, as far as you are thinking small, you can never have a positive abundance life. If you are thinking negative, you cannot have a positive life. So it's who you are that the universe will give to you. So you must become the internal equivalent of the outer desire you want. So it's not about external circumstances. It's not about objectives. It's about subjectives. It's not about contributing factor. It's about determining factor. Whatever you want on the outside, you have to become that on the inside. So it's be, do, have. That leads to the parable of the sower, where we discussed that we have four soils there. The first one was the wayside. These are people that their hand is so strong, they don't want to accept new information, they don't want people to talk to them, and this kind of people, they lack understanding. And the truth of the matter is that no matter what we say to them, they are not interested. And the problem is that their circumstances remain with them. Second one is the stony ground. These are shallow roots, the seeds, the seed had no problem. But the problem, the challenge is that the seed never had roots because they fall on the stony ground. So they have initial joy, but no evidence, and pressure comes and they forget about it. And this seed could be messages, it could be training, it could be teaching, it could be system, it could be strategy, it could be quality information. The seed could be anything productive, but for this sort of people, it doesn't have any roots, deep roots in their heart. The stony ground is that they started with pleasure of life, chokes it, and the one is the good ground. So, and some will produce 30, some will produce 60, some will produce 100. So we discussed so much to the season of breaking. Yesterday we talked about season of breaking. It was a long note entirely. So he said that you have to break the ground for it to be able to the seed to take deep root, and then you have to apply it in the modern world, because some people receive feedback. They don't like feedback. They make excuses and blame. And a lot we discussed yesterday. Transformation only comes when you allow the hard place to be broken. So yesterday we stopped by telling us about why not all see 100-fold. That's what we discussed yesterday. And I made a few statements yesterday, which we are going to conclude it today. And we said that a lot of people get different results from listening to the same teaching, get different results from listening to the same coaching because of the state of the readiness of their hearts. That's the last statement I made yesterday. Yes or yes? Okay, let's finish this class. Why not see 100 full result? And why people don't see 100% full result most of the time? It's because of their upbringing, the things they see, the things they hear, and the experiences they have. Some have concluded that by circumstances, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of wealth. I'm not worthy of health. Nobody told me, my life is always like this. I don't think I'll become a CEO. I don't think I'll become an MD of a company. I don't think let me just accept this job. Let me just take the place of slave, subject. I cannot be a king. So circumstances has made them put a glass ceiling on their life. It's like training and if flies, there was an experiment they did. They brought a glass jar and they put some fleas or something inside these flies. So they put about a couple of them, about 10 of them, and they covered the glass jar. What they hear was pop, 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 pop. So the flies will try to jump and hit the lid, and they keep trying it. After some time, they try hearing things like pop, pop, but after some time, there was no noise again. So once they remove the glass jar, they notice something very practical. When the flies move to that level of that lid, it comes down. Because the fly have tried so many times to succeed in life to escape, it could not. So he just put a ceiling on his mind. That is the extent I can go. And that story was the issue of training an elephant. They tied a baby elephant, on the big rope when it was small to a tree. So when he tried to drag the rope and move away, it will not because it was small. And the elephant tried and then accepted that he cannot go beyond that limit. And the elephants are growing. Even when he has grown, he would have pulled the tree, but in his mind, I'm limited based on what? The way I was raised. And the last one was the issue of a dog. A dog was sitting on a nail and it was roaring. And the neighbor went to the man and said, "What happened?" They said that the dog sits on the nail. He said, "Why didn't he stand up?" He said, "It's not painful enough. If it's painful enough, he will stand up." That was some people, they sit down on their treasure, sit down on what they would have overcome with their strength, but they sit down there and start worrying. The economy is hard, things are hard. You need a personal transformation. You need to take up responsibility to improve your mindset, your skills. Some of your tools that you are using today is outdated. The tools you are using to make money is outdated, it's blunt. You need to sharpen it. You need new information. You need a new identity. You need to identify yourself as a strong, powerful entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. You look in the mirror and talk to the man in the mirror like you're talking to the president of a country, like talking to the CEO of a big industry, a multi-billion-dollar company. You start saying things to yourself that you truly want, not what people think about you. Tell your neighbor, I'm a success. I'm a success. Tell your neighbor, I'm a millionaire. So let's do some things today. And I always like to do this. Each time I want to talk to entrepreneurs, I always like to find a common ground where everybody can accept. We can start a discussion from there. So since most of us in this part of the country are Christian, we accept mostly what the Bible says, So let's take a look at this before I conclude this particular number 5 outline in the book of Matthew 13, verse 23. Matthew 13, verse 23. It says something, the he that receives seeds into the good ground is he that hears the word and understands it. So the Bible said that he that receives seed into the good ground is he that hears the word and understands it. So that means a lot of people are hearing, but they're not listening. So if only when you listen you have understanding, listen very well. He said that he that receives the seed into the ground is he that hears the word. Hears the word. And do what? Understanding. And understands. Okay? And understands it. And understands it. That is to say, you hear the words with your ear. You hear the words with your ear. You understand with your heart. That means picture. Until the words becomes pictures in your heart, you cannot practice it. You hear with your ear, you listen with your mind. So this is listening. That means you listen. Some people are hearing, they are not listening. They are hearing, they are not listening. These are two different things. This ear hears words. but the mind that understands it. It listens with your mind. So when the words don't become picture in your mind, you cannot practice it. So people don't understand that the Bible is very clear. Let me show what happened. It says some receive 80-fold. What it simply means is that some grow and some growth that people experience don't give the same return. So some growth that we experience don't give the same returns. And but they even hear, but they never had a complete understanding. Because when I keep saying that knowledge is simply means an information. Let me put it like this again for those who join us. Let me just clean this up so that can make more sense today. So you understand why people can be in the same classroom, the same teacher, but some will pass, some will fail. The same thing they taught to, and the life has given them all the answers before the exams. Okay, good. So when you receive knowledge, I said knowledge simply means information, package information, tailored to solve a problem. So if you use information, that means you consistent information, tailored to solve a problem. That is knowledge. When you now understand it, that means you can actually explain it. Or you can, yes, you can explain it. No, assimilate. Is it assimilate because you have wisdom? Wisdom is application. Okay, that's it. You can explain, you can assimilate and explain. Assimilate and explain. So let me just look at that. So a lot of people receive the information. Let me use this matter. They receive the information about success, how you can pay yourself. But they just listen to it with their ears. No understanding. They don't understand. They cannot explain it to a 5-year-old boy. Therefore, they cannot apply it. So once you cannot apply the information you receive, you lack wisdom. Wisdom is seen in the things you apply. So it's very important to understand that why some people don't have the same return, some have 60-fold. What happened to 60-fold is simple. It simply means that they have significant breakthrough and deep inner work. That's what happened. They have significant breakthrough and deep inner work. So that means the words they receive, they can explain it. For someone to produce 60-fold, he can come and explain it. Even to a 5-year-old son, you understand? So why people don't receive the same 100-fold is that they refuse to sit down to think through every information that's given to them. They are too busy everywhere. That's why I don't like people that are too busy. Because business is not productivity. Business is not progress. Beware of the barrenness of a busy life. So 60-fold means that they have significant breakthrough and a deep inner work. And those that receive 100% fold result in life, anywhere they go, anywhere, anything they touch. These people you see, they have radical alignment, total surrender to productivity. So they have what I call it, radical alignment to their purpose and plan of God for their life. They align their spirit to what they want. And what happened? They total surrender to productive activities. So surrender to total productive activities. So anything productive activities are activities that does three things. It increases you, improves your financial life, and improves your relationship with God. So you know your relationship with God, with yourself, and with other people. That's a productive activities. And any activity that improves your relationship with God, a relationship with yourself, relationship with other people, that improves you, improves your financial life, improves it. So it has to improve you in any area of your life because that is where personal transformation occurs. That's where you have sustainable change. It's called productive activity. People that get 100% for they don't get busy. Somebody said dreams don't die an ordinary day. They are buried in busy schedules and unproductive activities. Busy schedules that don't add to you. You don't improve your relationship with God. You don't improve your relationship with other people. You don't have business skills. You only have technical skills. It's probably that if you don't have business skills, it's difficult to sustain quality relationships, quality transactions. Because transactions are good, but the only way you can see and experience 100-fold result is in productive activity, which has to improve your relationship with God, relationship with yourself, and relationship with other people. Because that is when this is not about favoritism, it's about preparedness. I told you, preparation is the highest demonstration of faith. You know you're going to win in 100 meters race. Now is the time to prepare. You're going to win the football match. Congratulations to our women. What they call them? Congratulations to them. At least for the first time since I was born, our government do something wey enter my eye. Our president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, President Bola Tinubu gave all. I think I saw 100,000 US dollars. He gave them houses and so many things. And put, is it Order of the Niger, right? Order of the Niger, something like that. It was really impressive. Now, those people that win that football match, did they enter the football field and start praying and fasting? This ball, play yourself in Jesus' name. Amen. Score the, no, they get involved. They're not involved. 100%. I think even that match, me, I don't watch football now. It's not that it's bad. Those are what, congratulations. But I saw that it was 2-0 from 2-0 to 3-0, something like that. Yes or yes? I just watched the like since there was so much flying of news everywhere. So let me go and take a look at what is happening here. And it's quite impressive. Congratulations to them. I'm so proud of success. I like to identify with success. Now, when they don't win, all of us don't win. Maybe so. If they lose, I'm not part of them. You see, nobody likes failure. Everybody celebrates success. Nobody celebrates failure, no matter how big failure is. Yes or yes? Even if they say, hey, now, you don't get up. Hey, now our country, now we win this life. Succeed or they not succeed. So, because nobody celebrates failure. So, the thing is that you must prepare for your success. Inability to prepare means you don't have faith, that you don't even believe you will succeed. So when I see people that want their result to change, or they themselves don't want to be part of that process, it makes me feel that you don't even know what you want. And the worst thing is to want something and you don't want to be part of the process. Even though they hand over that thing to you, sustaining will become difficult. We need to come to the point in our life that we say that, God, I am ready for mentorship. Write it on your notes. Let's just round up this. We need to come to a point in our life, write it down. We need to come to a point in our life, that we say to God that we are ready for mentorship, instructions, directions, knowledge. We need to come to a point in our life that we say to God that we are ready for mentorship, we are ready for instructions, direction, wisdom, knowledge, etc. That we are ready to follow instructions, mentorship, direction, wisdom, knowledge, etc. That will produce a sustainable result in any area of your life that we need improvement. We need to come to that point in our life, that we say to God that we're ready for mentorship, that we're ready to take mentorship, yield to instructions, direction, wisdom, knowledge, etc. That will produce sustainable results in any area that we need improvement. To produce a sustainable result in any area that we need improvement. Somebody say, I don't need improvement. It's not true. It's not true. They think that there's no limit to what you can grow. Even Dangote still find extra money. I'm seeing something flying out. Dangote electricity. I say, this man just finished refining petroleum, now he's going to electricity. He always want more. I saw something happen over the weekend too, that APC are ready to take over the government again the next 2027. I'm just seeing something else. So even Bolaniti want to go second time now. Yes or yes? Second time. If anybody that wants to stand on his way now, in fact, he can crush you. You know, even say, what's your son name? So what am I trying to say? Everyone will improvement. So if you come to a point of arrival, yesterday I told you, arrival mentality is very bad. Once you come to arrival mentality, it leads to offense, it leads to stubbornness, it leads to disloyalty, it leads to disobedience. It's very bad to come to that point. You say, I don't want to grow again. Because when you stop growing, you start dying. Nothing like that. Life does not produce vacuum. Either you are improving or you are decreasing. There's no two ways about this thing. So why not all see 100% food is because they don't allow the trainings, the responsibility of making their results big or manifest in their life, their own responsibility. So they don't have deep roots. So because of that, they are so shallow in their thinking, they are so shallow in their decisions, and they don't want to take responsibility for their life. Let's go to the last outline for today so that we can prepare for tomorrow's class. Anyway, tomorrow, I'll give a little bit of clue what will happen to entrepreneurs, businessmen, and investors. I like to talk to them because that is the kind of people I want around me. I want people that are going in the right direction. Who wants to make money work for them? I want money to work for you. Say amen. Amen. For money to work for you, psychologically, you must start seeing yourself like that. That money is working for me. You have investment, treasury bills, bond, mutual fund. People are working. They have systems and structures in your business. Like what I do. So I want to teach you. So you have to do the same thing. If you're working for money, what I'm going to say, if you don't learn how to work for money when you are sleeping, then you will have to work for money for the rest of your life. I want money to work for you. Say amen. Amen. The last one for today is the psychology of real change. The cocoa of the whole thing, the icing on the cake. The last outline for today. The last outline for today. So I believe that you should be excited about coming to this point in your life where you can say, let knowledge work through, because there's a body of knowledge to everything in life. You want to be an engineer, a doctor, an accountant, entrepreneur, there's a body of knowledge. Or that you don't understand that the life we live are governed by rules and laws and principles. So instead of you, every game has its rules. If you don't understand the games and play according to the rules, it will play against you. We just suffer every day. Why are you suffering? I don't know. I just want to try my luck. No, stop trying. Get the right information. Do the right thing. You get the right result. So I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 5. And we'll then conclude it for us. Okay, let's do this. Write it down. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but let me see what I can do. I have to clean it so that we make the training interesting. Okay, perfect. So, okay. Write it like this on your notes. How to prepare your soil. How to prepare your soil. Bracket open, inner life, so that we can attract on the outside the equivalent. Number 1, ask yourself. Be honest about your resistance, or get honest. Be honest. Let's put it, be honest. It's more strong. Be honest about your resistance. Be honest about your resistance. So be honest about your resistance. So I put it here like this. Where are you unwilling to change? Okay, those areas that you find it unwillingness to change. Unwillingness to change, I'll give you some practical example. So which area is always difficult for you to change? Like me, I'm always honest to tell you that I won the 6 packs, but the first I hit the gym, that night, the following morning, I could not carry myself. So this area of my life, right now, I'm not willing to change it. Like to get 6 packs. This one where I carry 1 pack, 10 or 1 pack. Hula la, 10 or hula la. I like to eat fufu, I like the fufu package. Now wetin make me run, make I not like give you. Now wetin make me no fit stay outside Nigeria. Because there fufu is very expensive, and the moment I tried it, in fact, I used to travel from Las Pinas from Metro Manila to Las Pinas, spend more money, and the food I don't even see from Nigeria they see. So me I come they cry because I want to go back to Nigeria. I need fufu. If you carry fufu, you are my friend. Even if you carry fufu like this, you are my friend. We no quarrel. Just let me just have the fufu. After we can start quarreling. If that will have me. I don't know what you guys understand. You don't eat fufu in this life. I don't understand you. I don't understand. No, don't be like my children. They don't like to eat fufu. For me, fufu is my second. Don't want them to not go there. So some people don't want to change some part of life. For me, I had difficulty saving money to make money work for me until I made my mentor. I have difficulty. If I save money, I will remove the eye of the money, nose of the money, ear. I had this experience, and before you know, I would justify it by saying it's for my money now. So I told you, it's not money you save that will save you. It's the money you invest that will save you. When you save money, put money to rest. If you invest, you put money to work. So there are areas of life that you find it resistance to change. Be honest that I'm having difficulty here. I'm very difficult to obey my husband. After I'm making more money than my husband, my madam, calm down. That's an area you need to change. So be honest about the areas you have difficulty to change. And number two, so be honest about the resistance in your life. We're unwilling to change those areas that you're willing to change, but just know that you have difficulty here. And number 2, identify your current soil season. Identify your current oil season. Identify your current soil season. I didn't want to clean this, but I have no choice now. Because I would like this my training to go very well. Okay, let me even take this one out so I can have more better stuff. Identify your current soil season. I'll give you so are you hardened? Okay, yes. The first one here is, are you hardened? Are you a hardened person? That means you are. You dey follow for wayside. The soil way for wayside. Number 2 here, are you hardened? That's number 1. Are you shallow? If you're a shallow person, that means to say you're a stony person, stony ground. So number 3, Are you distracted person? Distracted and distracted. You are easily distracted. Anybody that is easily distracted, that is a stony ground. You cannot focus on something till you get result. Easily distracted. Or are you ready? Are you always ready to grow? That means you're a good ground. So if you're not honest to know that somebody I even there is with me, I know they change you. I see my life there. Okay, just know say you be hardened man. You too hard. Are you hardened? You too hard. Then on the way say, you're not ready to change me. I like the way I eat my money. Me, I don't like to save my money for anybody. After nobody take money to heaven, right? And tomorrow will take care of himself. I don't have to plan. Don't worry, he that failed to plan to fail. So you're a hardened person. You are not ready to change. You're not ready to improve. You don't ready to even look at options of opportunities. You don't want to even grow. You don't want to accept. You don't want to accept innovation. You're a wayside. And if you're not honest to tell yourself the truth, that this is who I am, or this is my soil state, or this is my season in my life, me, I like taking instruction. Me, just know that you're not ready to improve. Because only a man that is ready, that man can improve. So because people want to go into business, they want to grow in their place of work, but they don't want to improve. They want their husband to change. Me, I don't want to change. You. You don't accept me like that. Leave it. I want my wife to change. You're not beating the woman. That's why I cannot. If I'm the governor of this state, any man will beat woman. In fact, it go change you. And no matter what the woman do. See, the fact is that people don't want the real change, which is personal transformation. They don't want to tell the truth, that they are hardened, that are shallow, that are distracted. That the distraction is the worst. Because I can guarantee you something, you will not get to your destination. Distraction kills more dreams than failure even does. Not even fear, not even doubt, distractions. But you started poultry business today. Next thing, this is fish. You abandon poultry, fish. Tomorrow, cement. Tomorrow, rod. You've done 10 businesses every year. You've not succeeded in one. The truth is this: you must solidify before you diversify. Business ethics is business ethics. The way you do anything, the way you do everything. Those that are distracted, they carry their distractions. But of course, okay, let me clean this and write this one. They carry their distraction. Everything about them is distraction. Everything, their family, their church, everything. Today they're Anglican, tomorrow Methodist, next week Winners Chapel, next one Redeem. They have gone to 10 churches in a year. 10 churches in a year. So it's very bad to be distracted. The third one, I need to clean all this one so that my class can be interesting. So be honest to tell yourself where you did. I will not ask you to tell me where you did. Whether you are ready, distracted, shallow, or hardened. Don't tell me, but just know the answer for yourself. So if you're ready for change, you're ready for improvement, you're ready for growth, ready to accept innovation, you're ready to improve your life, it's going to be easy. Number three, create margin for transformation. After you must identify, create margin for transformation. Today is wonderful. Create margin for transformation. Make room in your life and your mind for what you are asking God for. So I put it here. Make room. You have to make room. Make room in your life. Make room in your life and in your mind. Make room in your life and in your mind. In your mind for what you're asking God for. For what you are asking God for. So you're asking God for financial abundance. So what is your plan? So when the money comes into your life, you're asking God for a good man, a good woman. You're asking God for your business to grow. What is your plan? Because see, I always tell people that budgeting is telling your money where to go before the money enters your hand. So you've not told your life how your life will be, and you're waiting for this growth. If the growth happens, you will not sustain it. You'll be like, I get time before no be property. So create room, make room in your life and in your mind for what you're asking God for. Second to the last, number four. Number four simply means submit to the breaking process. Trust the uncomfortable, and it's often preparation. Submit to the breaking process. To the breaking process. Bracket open, training process. Training process. Submit to the breaking or training process. So, what am I trying to say? Trust the uncomfortable. Trust the uncomfortable, and it's often a preparation. The uncomfortable is most time trust the uncomfortable. Trust the uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. Bracket open is often preparation. It's often most of the time a preparation. So most of the time you pass through a process. It's a preparing you for the greatness. So submit to the breaking or training process, which simply means trust the uncomfortable and it's often preparation. So be honest to know where you are. Make room in your heart. Trust the process. And the last one, number 5. When I mean your finances, I mean your business, any part of your life. Any part of your life. Just be honest. Don't lie. Don't lie to yourself. You sit down, tell yourself the truth. You're not talking to anybody. Be honest. Know what you really, really want. Know the state of your mind. Don't make room. And list. Submit to a process, a training process, a breaking process. So the last one is commit to becoming a good ground. Commit to becoming a good ground. A good ground. Commit to becoming a good ground. Commit to becoming a good ground. The reason is because the change you are looking for is already waiting for you to become. The change you are looking for, right there, the change you are looking for is already ready. The change you are waiting for, the change you are waiting for is waiting for you to become. I told you that whatever you're looking for in life is already available to you, but not this version of yourself, but another version of yourself. So the change you're looking for is waiting for you to become the person. So every miracle you see that's available, that is happening outside of people, is already happening outside of their comfort zone. So you must leave your comfort zone to experience, of course, you must leave your comfort zone to experience prosperity. You must leave your comfort zone mentally, of course, psychologically. And I would like to wrap up this class here. But I want to be sure you've written that one down. Let me give you the last statement I said here. Please don't miss it. The change you are waiting for, the change you want, the change you need, is already waiting for you to become that person that can handle it. So all the change you are waiting for, the millions is already available. There's no scarcity. Not this version of yourself. Not this version of character. Not this content of character. Not this attitude. You have to improve the content of your character. The change you are waiting for is waiting for you to become that person. You will not become that person, the universe, even if you give it to you, you lose it. Have you not seen people that make a win lottery, Nigeria coupon, give them 6 months, they are broke again. Because they never become that person. Mentally, psychologically, the change you are waiting for is already waiting for you to become that person that can handle it. So I'll give us some few statements here. So I will gradually draw cotton to this event. So be honest to know where you belong. Just be sincere to yourself. And then make room for improvement. Submit to a process of training. And then commit to becoming that person. Commit to become that person, you need one thing that is guaranteeing that success. That thing is called accountability. Tell me accountability. Accountability. I've been saying it over and over again. A life that is not being accountable is not worth living. It's not worth living. So you are supposed to find someone. When I mean someone, I mean someone that is going in the direction of your life, who have achieved that result you truly want to achieve, whether in ministry, in business, in marriage. Find someone who have successfully, in your own perception, who have succeeded in what he's doing. Go and yield to mentorship, because a carpenter cannot train you to be a tailor. A carpenter cannot give what he doesn't have. What all he knows is carpentry. Yes or yes? A tailor cannot train you to become a doctor. A tailor cannot train you to become a tailor. So you see, when you go to a man that doesn't achieve the kind of result you want to achieve, that is the reason you cannot have the result, because we learn faster by observation. Say no, observation. So write this down, very important. Things and circumstances will not change until you prioritize your own change. Things and circumstances, money, love, peace, things and circumstances will not change until you prioritize your own change. Until you prioritize your own change, things and circumstances will never improve, will never grow until you prioritize your own growth, your own improvement. Things and circumstances will not change until you prioritize your own change. Things and circumstances will not improve, will not grow until you prioritize your own growth and your own improvement. I want to have a lovely home. I must be a lovely person. I want people to give me, I must first give. I want people to forgive me, I must first forgive. I don't want people to be unhappy around me. I must be a happy person. Irrespective of circumstances. That means I don't react, I respond. Things and circumstances will not change until I prioritize my own change, my own growth, my own improvement. Full stop. Write down your notes. Too many people want things to change, but they don't want to involve 100% in their own change. Too many people, so many people want to change, want things to change. So many people want things to change in their life. So many people want things to change in their life, but they don't prioritize one thing that guarantees that change: personal transformation. They don't prioritize one thing that guarantees that change. So many people want things to change in their life. So many financial life. I want to buy a car, I want to buy now, I want to become a person of impact and contribution. I want to contribute. But people want change, but they don't prioritize one thing that guarantees that change: personal transformation. Their personal change. Now, what I'm trying to say today, in conclusion, is this: the seed is always good, message is always good, information is always good, training is always good, coaching is always good, mentorship, the seed is always good. When I mean seed, I mean training, teachings, mentorship in the right direction. The seed is always good. That's number one. The soil must be transformed. That is number two. But let's conclude like this. Number one, conclusion. Conclusion. The seed, number one, the seed is always good. The seed is always and always good. The seed, you can put seed bracket, teachings, training, mentorship, is always good. Number two, the soil must be transformed. That is the thing. That is the set of your heart. Must be transformed. If not, that seed will not bear fruit. It will not even grow. Some people, they hear about abundance, they go back, their mindset sabotage it. Now so then they do. Leave them alone. At least if you've seen evidence, in result, you cannot even deny it. The seed is always good. Number one, the soil must be transformed. Number three, change is not about circumstances. Change is about you. Don't forget number three. The change we are talking about is not about circumstances and situation. The change we are talking about in today's class is about you. Because we have identified one simple secret. Once you grow, everything will grow. Let me see what happens. The day you start growing your mental capacity of psychology and your philosophy of life, wrong people will live your life. And the good news is that the day wrong people live your life, good things start happening to you. Tell your neighbor, the day wrong people live your life, good things start happening to you. And wrong people will never live your life if you don't grow. They will start feeling uncomfortable. Hey, every time read book. I don't read book. They will start avoiding you. I know most of my friends that avoid me because when they call me, I'll give you a book to read. And I know go see I beg, he will give us me every time. I'm not. I'm not like I'm gonna go drink. What of my people that used to drink before, that I'm not drinking with me because when we go drink now, I will be talk about book. They say, oh boy, you never forget these things. Oh, don't enjoy it. I say, no need to enjoy. I cannot be sharing everything with you. I'm not sharing knowledge. So they don't like it. It's not avoiding ourselves. Me, I avoid them, they avoid me. All of us avoid ourselves. Yes or yes? Yes. So the change we are talking about, number three, is not about circumstances or situation. It's not about outcome. It's about you. Number four, break the ground, receive the information, and bring forth fruit. Break the ground, that means embrace the process, receive the information, the knowledge that will improve you, and bring forth fruit. Break the ground, break the ground, break the ground, accept process. That's what I mean. Break the ground, accept process. Break the ground, bracket open, accept process. Now underline the word process. Break the ground, bracket open, accept the process, comma, receive the information, knowledge, and bring forth fruit in your season, possibly 100-fold. I think that's the best I can take today. So tomorrow, I'll be talking about the formulas I've discovered. That before God add, God will subtract. God subtract darkness before He added light. He called for light out of darkness. So that's what God normally do. So if God is telling you about Himself, He's telling you about you, because we are created in the image and likeness of God. So how can we intentionally subtract and add to our life and multiply? God always add before multiplication. God always add. So there's a system I discovered that I would like to share with you. I've practiced it for some time. I would like to share it from tomorrow. Tomorrow. Behind every behavior is a belief system. Behind every behavior, the way I behave determines the quality of beliefs I have about whatever I'm doing. So we're going to discuss so much tomorrow. Tomorrow. So don't worry. Let me just stop there. That is creating an order of mathematical equation in your life. How you can subtract and add and multiply. It's going to be an interesting class tomorrow. But for today, that's the best we can take today. online community, please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. Please, mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. You know why? He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. So see you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And that's the best you can take today. Shalom. And for the rest of us,